Now something happened. So those who are watching online, I'm sorry that this beginning it was at some disturbances, but it will be there in our website. You can go and see that. Now we were discussing about the ultimate Brahman. That is the main question. And this Brahman is the consciousness which is within us. We all know that. We are just repeating the same thing. We all know that consciousness is there, but we cannot hold the consciousness, we cannot see the consciousness, we cannot hear anything as a sound from the consciousness. So that's why they say it is the seer, but no one can see. It is the hearer, but no one can hear anything from it. He is the thinker. But when we are thinking, that is also, it is because of the power of the consciousness. And same way, he is the knower. We are cognizing, we are understanding, we are recognizing it is his power. And that consciousness we know as God. But the God conception has come down much lower so that we can understand the God, because God has a form, God has a name, God has some action, and that we can understand. So when we are understanding God, that means that level is much, much lower. Nothing wrong, but from there only we will understand. But if we think that is the ultimate, again it is a mistake. No, that is not the ultimate. Ultimate is completely all-pervasive God, all-pervading God. There's a beautiful couplet is there in the Ramayana by Tulsidas ji. Tulsidas ji was a devotee. He was from Uttar Pradesh of India, and he was a great devotee of Sri Ramachandra. And you know, the devotee always they take care of their own personal God. So one day the story goes like this. He invited all gods and goddesses, Tulsidas ji, and he gave all the seats for all gods and goddesses. Ramchandra also came, his own personal God, and he found his seat is not there. Then if you go to any big program and if you are invited, they will make your name over there on the seat. This is this, president is that. So they will be sitting. Ramchandra came, he didn't find his own seat. He came to the Tulsidas and said, "Where is my seat?" And then Tulsidas ji asking this question. Look at it, this is called Hinduism. And we must remember it, because we should not mix it up with some social movements. That is different. Tulsidas ji said, "Poocha tu mahi ki rahu kaha?" You are asking me, O Lord, where you will sit? Main poochhat sakuchau. I am asking you, give me that answer. Jahan na hohu tohu dehu kahi. Where you are not, tell me that particular place. Tumahi baithao vaithao. If you are not in any particular place, I will spread a seat for you over there. You are everywhere. So that is personal God, but after that we have to go beyond the personal God and see impersonal, that God everywhere. If we cannot do, we are not devotees. We are just votaries, we are just pujaris, and the beginner of the journey, that's all. Or going to the temple and something like that, that is the beginning of the life. Yes, like the children going to the school and then end up over there, like that. Now you have to understand, and then that love will go and embrace everything. Tulsidas ji, though a dualist, he is worshipping his personal God, but then from there he transcended and went to that height where he could see Sri Ramchandra, his personal God, everywhere. And if we forget that, what will happen? in the name of religion, will be narrow-minded, sectarians, and not only will destroy our own spiritual life, will disturb the social life, and also bring down our own gods. So that we have to be very, very careful. Ataha Bachaklavi Uvacha. Now when this Uddalak sat down, who is Bachaklavi? The other day we discussed. Bachaklavi is the daughter of Bachaklavi. What is that Bachaklavi? Gargi. Now this lady, once again, she asked a question. Then she was going on asking question, firing, and then she went to a place where Ati Prasna came. You are not supposed to. She shut down. But afterwards she thought, let me ask another question. Now this time, Athaha, when the Uddalaka sat, a person like him, she again stood up. And she said, Gargi, the daughter of the Bachaklavi, said, Brahmana, Bhagavanto, Hanta aham imam dau prasnau prakshami. A beautiful Sanskrit. Brahmana, O knower of Brahmans, Bhagavanto, honorable. Honorable Brahmanas, it is not the caste, it is the knowledge that she is mentioning. Bhagavanto, honorable Sir, instead of Sir, she said Brahmana, the knower of Brahmans. Hanta, to me, will you please allow me, aham imam dau prasno. Can I ask another two questions? Prakshami. Now she already asked questions. This is the second time. So she is taking the permission. And by that way, she is showing her humbleness also. The last time she didn't show any humbleness. She got up and challenged. And then this time showing the humbleness. But this time also she was doing something that was not, we cannot appreciate in that way. And he said, Honorable Brahmanas, with your permission, may I ask two other questions to Yajnavalkya? Then they said, okay, Gargi, Pricha. Gargi, you can ask. All they gave then the Gargi said, as in every game, one tried to cripple the opponent psychologically, Gargi also tried that. Now, we have to imagine the debate is going on, and in every game, the opponent always, you will see that in the wrestling, in the boxing, in other places also, they will be behaving in such a way and using the words and the physical, the gesture, posture to terrify the opponent psychologically. Gargi also saying to the Yajnavalkya, and he said, O Yajnavalkya, I am going to shoot to you two sharp arrows as the king of Vidarbha does. King of Vidarbha, he was a great hero and he was a very perfect archer. So she is mentioning that. As that king, I am going to shoot two arrows. See if you can protect yourself. And Yajnavalkya said, okay, you can ask that question. Now, I will read from this book. She is going on asking, Yajnavalkya, what pervades that which is above heaven, below earth, which is heaven and earth, as well as between them, and which was, is, and will be? He is asking that, she is asking that question to Yajnavalkya. Yajnavalkya said, Gargi, the unmanifested ether pervades that which is above heaven, below earth, which is heaven and earth, as well as between them, and which was, is, and will be. This unmanifested ether means the consciousness. See, in the Upanishad, they are teaching us, and through different stories and through different way, they are trying to give us the same. Suppose we say consciousness, in one word you can complete. But they will go on telling through different stories, the same consciousness is there. And it is that the unmanifested universe called the Sutra is pervaded in its origin, the continence and dissolution by the unmanifested ether. And here again she said, salutation to you, Yajnavalkya, you have fully answered this question of mine. Now, hold yourself steady for the other question. She is always creating psychologically some little fear. Yajnavalkya said, okay, please ask, Gargi. Then she said, Yajnavalkya, now just listen. She first asked the question, and second question is, what pervades that which is above heaven and below the earth, which is above and which is heaven and earth, as well as between them, which was, is, and will be. Same question she asked. First she asked this question, which is above heaven, below earth, between the heaven and earth, in heaven and earth, and which was, is, and will be. Past, present, and future. Yajnavalkya said it is consciousness, and he said it is Sutratma, and it is, he said, the unadulterated or manifested ether. Now she is asking the same question. Why? Because sometimes in the interview, if you know, then sometimes when you are going to give the interview in the high position, they try to confuse you. And the same question they will ask twice, thrice. Say 2, 3 people, and they will be asking the same question. And what is the place which was like that? He will ask. You know the answer, you gave the answer. Second person says, oh good. Again, same question. And you will start doubting, am I not giving the correct answer? Why they are asking this? Third person will also say the same thing. Then you will be completely confused. Sir, I think the moment you say that, that means you are not confident about your answer. In debate also, when you are in a professional debate, they will be asking in this way. The one question they asked, you answered, they will admit you have answered. Again they will ask the same question. Then a doubt will come, oh, that means my answer was not perfect. Something I missed. So they will try to give another way the answer. The Gargi tried this method, and she asked the same question, but it is Yajnavalkya. Yajnavalkya was a great sage. That's why he challenged his own guru. He said, no, I am confident. So he said, Gargi, same answer he is giving. It is the unmanifested ether which pervades that which is above heaven, below earth, which is heaven and earth, as well as between them, and which was, is, and will be. Now Gargi stopped because she understood that I cannot defeat. So this is the way, O Gargi, now the Yajnavalkya is teaching Gargi. O Gargi, the knowers of Brahman describe it. He didn't say, I am telling you. He said, the knowers of Brahman described it. The knowers of Brahman means he is humble. The moment you say, I know, then the fallacy will come. It is you and Brahman, that is two. See, look at it. So this is really, really very subtle thing. That's why devotees, they say, why do you discuss about all this? God is there, I am here, let us cook for the God and eat. That's all. So by that way it is so easy. Eat prasada, it becomes easy. And then there will be some songs and dances, it becomes really easy. But when you are discussing about it, the moment you say, I know Brahman, that means you have not. Why? I know, the I means your ego is there and you are identifying yourself with the particular body, and that is one, and Brahman is another, it becomes two, and Brahman is only one, and there cannot be two. So your answer will be completely the lost. So he mentioning, O Gargi, the knowers of Brahman described it, I capital. It means it is not male, female, or anything. It is the consciousness. Describe it verily as the absolute. It is neither coarse nor fine, neither short nor long, neither redness nor oiliness, neither shadow nor darkness, neither air nor ether. It is as it is. So you cannot describe in any way, because it is beyond that. It is, and at the same time it is not. So you cannot describe. The moment you describe it is like this, immediately the limitation comes. And if you say it is not that, limitation comes. Look at it. If you say it is white, that means it is not black, limitation. And if you say it is not white and not black, again limitation. So it is and it is not. It is and it is not. That is the way we have to understand. That's why the knowledge of Brahman is so difficult. It's so difficult. Under the rule of the very absolute, O Gargi, the sun and the moon are held in their own courses. Heaven and the earth hold their own positions. Muhurtas, the muhurta means 48 minutes. 48 minutes is known as muhurta. The muhurtas, days, nights, fortnights, months, season, years, are maintained in their respective places. Under the rule of this very absolute, O Gargi, people praise the charitable, the gods depends on their sacrificer, and the means on the detachable fire offering. Now, the greatest sacrifice is the charity, the donation. Then when you donate, that is the greatest sacrifice. Why? Because your mind is, you have earned that money. It is your own wealth. Now you are giving it without expecting anything. That is the highest mental attitude of unselfishness. The moment you give that with a purpose, I can give this, but you have to do this, you have to mention like this. That means with the purpose, it won't help. But when you are donating without any purpose, just for the help, and you are your own money, you are donating it, and without any expectation, that means what? The highest spiritual mentality you have earned by that. That's why they always say that donation is the highest condition of purity of mind. If you are really can donate in that way. But the donation and the receiver, donor, the receiver, and the wealth that is passing are all temporary. How the donor will get the benefit out of it? They are the consciousness which is there in every heart, which is recording it, will give you as an individual self the benefit of it. Without that, it is of no use. That's why consciousness is there everywhere, and it is observing everything. On the basis of this, the Hindus, they developed a beautiful God, unique God, that is Jagannath Mahaprabhu. Jagannath, he is a huge, the temple is there in Odisha. This Jagannath, if you go, the pictures are also available. He is not having the hands, not having the legs, not even the eyelids. And his eyes are all round shaped, big, big eyes. Why? Because it is God everywhere. So he doesn't need to go anywhere. So what is the necessity of the legs? Look, the legs are necessary only to move. And he is everywhere, already present, ever present. So no legs. When he is thinking, everything is done. He is all powerful. So his hands are not necessary. Hands are for the ordinary people. Hands are not necessary. And big eyes without lid, Shakshi, observing. So he mentioned here, if you are donating something, that is the highest, the sacrifice that you are doing, who is observing it? Who will give the benefit to you? That consciousness, which is Jagannatha, constantly observing everything. Swami Vivekananda said, before everyone, in the eyesight of everyone, anybody can become a hero. Because he will get the picture, he will get the name, anyone can become a hero. Unknown, completely, if somebody is sacrificing for the others, he is the hero. She is the hero. That is way, because the spiritual benefit is completely different than the worldly things. The worldly benefits is completely different and spiritual benefit is completely different. We do not understand it. And we understand the worldly benefits, prosperity, these, that, and we always judge accordingly. Even a Swami having a great followers and a lot of wealth and lot of things, we appreciate that. Look at him. Oh, the Babaji is having 2 aircrafts and 3 helicopters and 17 limousines, the great Babaji. And look at us and constantly looking at the who will come and pick me up. Otherwise, I cannot move, I cannot drive, I don't know how to call a Uber, and then I am stationed if anybody is not helping me. So this Babaji, who will come to me? So that is we always judge in the wealth of the world. But the wealth of spirituality is love and unselfishness. And that is a great joy. His mind is always full of joy. That is the beauty. Under the rule of this absolute or Gargi, people praise the charitable, the gods depends on the sacrificers, and the means on the detached fire offering. The Purva Purusha means Purva Purusha, our ancestors. When we are remembering them, when we are giving the offering, how they will know it? This same consciousness helping it. When we are doing the puja, performing puja, giving the offering to the God, how the God will know it? That is also this consciousness. So why he is mentioning in this way? Because except consciousness, except that Brahman, nothing remains, nothing. O Gargi, without knowing this absolute, if you are making the fire offerings, performing the sacrifices, and practicing the penances for many thousand years in this world, it is transitory, it has no value. So this is dangerous. This we must know. Unless and until we know why we are coming to the holy place, the temple or the synagogue or the churches, why we are worshipping gods and goddesses, why we are meditating. If we don't know that, then there is no goal. So this is the main thing. The children, when they go to the school, they don't know why they are going to the school. In the beginning, they don't like. Afterwards, they start liking because they develop friendship over there and games are over there. And in the house, the same thing. So it is better we'll go over there, spend some time. They go over there to have a nice, funny time. And slowly when they grow up, they become students. They understand the value of the knowledge. They start learning then. We also, coming to the temple as the children, and that so many people are there, little work is there, and then these, that, but we are coming afterwards, we should understand, we are coming to completely transform ourselves. I am a human soul, I am a human being, and I am going to be God. So that is the ultimate goal. So he is giving the caution to the Gargi. Unless you are having that, it is of no use. O Gargi, leave this world without knowing this absolute is pitiable. If you can't realize the God and leave this world, you do not know the next life whether you will get the opportunity or not. O Gargi, who leaves this world after knowing this absolute, he is the most praiseworthy person, is a knower of the Brahman. And in the another Upanishad they also say, Iha ched avedit athasattamasti. Nached iha avedit mahati binasti. And how you will understand? Bhuteshu bhuteshu vichitra dhiraha pritya asman lokan amrita bhavanti. Bhuteshu bhuteshu, in every human being, in every being, that consciousness is there. And if you understand that, if you love them, if you serve them, by that way you will understand, realize the Brahman. Unless and until you realize this truth, and if you die in this life, it's a great opportunity was given to you and you missed it. Because the human life is the most precious life. A human life you can think, you can decide. And in this human life, if we are just simply eating, drinking, sleeping, getting up and then passing time, then they say, Mahati binasti, the absolute destruction. But if you are understanding it, how you will understand? Bhuteshu bhuteshu vichitra dhiraha. The varieties of people are there, but they are all manifesting the consciousness. If we can understand this much, that's all. But in the name of religion, we are always fighting. That is really this problem. Political fighting, it will be there. You cannot stop it. Because it is in the nature. Hatred and love, both are in the nature. When the hatred portion comes up, we start fighting. When the love portion comes up, we go for marriage and all that. So this is always goes. But the thing is, in the religion, one should not do it. I do not understand why. I am a so ordinary person. I understood it. And I am trying to follow that. Why these great souls, they cannot? Because terrible ego. Oh, millions of followers I am having, and whatever I say, they will do. But you do not know what is going to happen afterwards. We Hindus, we believe in the karma phala. Now you are hating people, inspiring other people also to hate, then obviously you are giving hatred to God, and God's system is, God will give you back 10 times more. You won't take anything. And 10 times more hatred will come on you in the next birth. Everybody will be kicking you, then what will happen to you? And we are going on thinking about my enemy. Day and night I am thinking the enemy. And then when I die, and the Bhagavad Gita says, whatever the highest thought in your mind, you will born over there. What will happen? Next life, you are in the enemy camp. This is going on. This is really very funny. So we have to understand this. Bhuteshu bhuteshu vichitra dhiraha pritya asman lokan amrita bhavanti. In every being, my consciousness is reflecting. I, the consciousness, and when I look at these people, my consciousness is reflecting. Sometimes as a tiger, sometimes as an elephant, sometimes this man, sometimes that man. They don't understand, but I know. And that is the way we have to understand. Our gods, again and again, they are teaching the same thing. That's again and again. Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, so wonderfully he mentioned, then everywhere I, except me, there is no one else. All these heads that you see, the face that you see, the hands that you see, the feet that you see, and all beings that you see is nothing but me. Sarvata panipadam tat, sarvata akshi shiromukam, sarvata srutiman loke, sarvam abrit tishtati. Lord said that. And why should we have to torture the text? Why just to make it in my own way? Whatever he has said, just translate into English or into other language, that's all. He said, whatever you see is me. And how that is possible? One Krishna cannot be? Be consciousness. So we conclude in here in this way, verily the Absolute, O Gargi, is the hearer, is the thinker, is the knower. This very Absolute, O Gargi, pervades the unmanifested ether also. The unmanifested ether, the manifested and unmanifested, both are that same absolute consciousness. And it says the individual self, the inner controller, the Ishvara, and the absolute are the same. The Brahman, the supreme self, called in various names. And here it says, Hiranyagarbha, down to animals, plants, everything is nothing but that self. From the Hiranyagarbha, the first created being, down to the animal and the plants also, same thing. So this, if we can understand, we understand the Brahman, and the moment we understand that, how I will know that I have understood it? There will be no hatred, there will be no jealousy. Only two qualities will be constantly within you, is love and unselfishness. As long as hatreds are there, criticism is there, no perfection has come. The perfection, that means only love and unselfishness. What the mother does, she'll be rectifying the children. The teachers rectifies the students, but no hatred actually. When they are asking the children, hey, you should not do this, you are becoming naughty, now I won't allow you to do this, that means it is the love. There's a love is coming in that form to see that particular child perfect. It is not hatred. Sometimes we make the mistake. The teachers, they go out and they will be scolding the students, asking them to be more attentive. It is for the perfection. It is also another type of love. So we should not make misunderstanding about it. It is the only love and is only unselfishness that makes us, ourselves, personal, very happy and satisfied, and also helps the world to grow. The world that we see, the manifestation, is nothing but that supreme being in different forms. And the game that is going on, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi, that all the chakra is going on. Sometimes I am the husband, sometimes I am the wife, sometimes I am the son, sometimes I am the daughter, sometimes I am the animal, sometimes I am the bird. It goes on, this chakra. We have to go beyond it. How many times we should be in the game? Enough. Now step out and say, enough, I am not going to play. And the Veda will come to your rescue. He will say, look around and you see nothing but the consciousness. What you saw, you dream. And dream is over. And nothing but the consciousness. Thank you, friends. Thank you for your patience. Is there any question?
Meenakshi Chakravarti is asking, Pranam Maharaji, how do we hold on to the idea of Brahman in daily life?
Oh, that is, every day, whomever you see, if you mentally offer pranam to them, you're thinking they are also consciousness. Suppose you're the great critic has come, and he or she is standing in front of you and abusing you, criticizing you, and you are listening quietly, thinking, my God has come to rectify me in the form of my critic. And I should not be agitated, I should not be angry, rather I should note it properly, so that if there is anything wrong in me, I should rectify myself. You will see the person who is criticizing you, and he or she will be in trouble mentally, but you will be calm and quiet. It needs a long practice, and constant consciousness. No one can harm me. So when they are criticizing me, let me take it in a positive way. Oh, good, I will try to rectify. Some of the words, no, it is not necessary. It is okay for me. By that way, very practical way, if we are looking in our day-to-day life, then you can understand and you can practice this Brahman in every moment of your life. Okay, the wonderful question. And is there any question from here?
Maharaj, so you said that Brahman is all pervading, Brahman is consciousness. So it means Brahman is pervading in both living beings and non-living beings. So what makes living beings different from non-living beings?
Actually, his question perhaps you have understood. Brahman is all pervasive, Brahman is everything, the living and unliving being also, sentient, insentient. Then what is the difference? In reality, there is no difference. In reality, it is no difference at all. But at this moment, as because I consciousness is present, I, as I am connected with this particular body, is a male body, is a sannyasi and has a tradition, I am all connected with this. Anything else that I see external, out of me, so that way I think. But when you are in that pure consciousness in your meditation, there is nothing, no difference. Nothing will be different. Everything will be the same consciousness. In a dream, sometimes you will see that one lady was telling, I have become a tree in my dream. What does it mean? Just thinking that I am a tree. It's buried somewhere in the tree. It came in the mind. Now she is thinking that she is a tree. I do nothing wrong. Are you a flower tree or what? The fruit bearing. So thinking. But when we are awake, I am free from that fear. Oh, am I a tree in the dream? And then when I am awake, no fear. So by that way, we can understand. There are two different conditions, known and unknown. Right this moment, we are an unknown condition. We do not know the consciousness. We are attached with this I. So what we should do? We should try to pray to the God. We should try to love people. We should try to understand the truth. We should try to meditate whenever possible in a quiet mind that I am not this body. It cannot be. What is this I before my birth? What is this I after my death? So obviously it cannot be the limited thing. So I am eternal. And that way, if we are meditating constantly, by the grace of God, truth will reveal and you will know everything is nothing but the consciousness. See, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna demonstrated it. When two boatmen, they were fighting on a boat in the Ganga river. Sri Ramakrishna Deva was sitting on the bank of the river in the Dakshineshwar. He was looking at them. Suddenly one person slapped other person's back so forcefully. Sri Ramakrishna cried out and the people came and saw the 5 fingers mark at the back in his person, in his body. So identification is so close. he showed that. They are fighting over there, and he felt it. If we are hitting anyone, insulting anyone, giving trouble to anyone, it is reaching to God. It's true. It is reaching to God. And obviously result will be, so we must be very, very careful in that way. Thank you, friends. Let us say Shanti 3 times and we conclude. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om. Tat Sat. The 2 announcements. One is next Sunday, 24th, will be no morning session will be there, no morning classes, but evening we'll have a Christmas Eve. There'll be carol songs, reading from the Bible, reading from the Great Master, and some little bit discussion. One lady, she'll be from the Unitarian Church. She is coming. She will deliver the talk. That is one. Please come. And after all this, we'll have the Christmas dinner. Then no khichdi or anything. It will be real Christmas dinner. And this is first. Second is, and we have published this magazine. And this is not magazine. This is actually a calendar. Sorry. This calendar, it contains an excellent research work. When the Vedanta movement started over here with Swami Vivekananda in 1893, afterwards all the Swamis came and they tried to spread the message through some magazines. And the history from there till today, all it is here. Of course, it is only Europe and America. India, there are a lot many are there, so only Europe and America. These are really worth. As a $15 you can purchase, and if you like to order, add another 5 for the postage, and you will get it. It is available now. So thank you, and please have some lunch and go.